If you thought that the Heritage Foundation's Project 2025 was just their plan to pack the federal government with Trump lovers who would then go after his political enemies, then you could not be more wrong. Because, folks, Project 2025 actually has policy proposals that do not involve revenge. Except they kind of do involve a little bit of revenge, right? But it's not revenge on Donald Trump's political enemies. It's revenge on the working class. Because buried deep in Project 2025's 900-plus page report is their tax plan that they want Donald Trump to implement, which would lower taxes for millionaires and corporations while raising taxes by an enormous amount for low-income and working-class families making less than $94,000 a year. This tax plan is nothing short of insanity that would destroy the United States economy almost immediately. So here's what they want to do. Right now in the United States, we have 7 different tax brackets as part of our progressive tax system. 10%, 12%, 22%, 24, 32, 35, topping out at 37. Project 2025 says 7 is too many. Let's just have 2 tax brackets, a 15% and a 30%. Now here's how that would work. For people earning less than $168,000 a year, your tax rate would be 15%. You make more than $168,000, your tax rate drops to 30%. Well, with the way the tax brackets are now, the lowest tax bracket for low-income Americans is 10%. So those people would see their taxes raised from 10% to 15%, which of course is a 50% increase. So the poorest people in this country, under Project 2025, under Donald Trump's tax plan, would see their taxes go up by 50%. For people making under $94,000 a year, their taxes would jump from 12% to 15%, which is a 25% increase. By the way, the median household income in the United States, I think, is $74,000. So the majority of Americans, working class people, you, me, we would see our taxes go up by no less than 25%. That would mean, according to an analysis, if you're at the higher end of that spectrum, you would be paying an additional $10,200 per year under Donald Trump's tax plan. By comparison, a married couple with 2 children and earnings of $5 million a year would enjoy a $325,000 per year tax cut. So the wealthy pay less, and you pay insanely more than you pay right now. Oh, but don't worry, folks, that's not the end of it. They're just not just getting rid of tax brackets. They're also doing the following things. They're cutting the corporate tax rate down to 18% from its current 21%. They're reducing capital gains tax to 15%. Currently, high-income earners pay a tax of 20% on their capital gains. They're eliminating credits for green energy projects created by the Inflation Reduction Act. There's not even a reason to do that other than friggin' spite. They're considering the introduction of a U.S. consumption tax, such as a national sales tax, which of course would mean our taxes would go even higher. And they're eliminating the Federal Reserve's mandate to maintain full employment in the labor market. Now, you may be wondering about that last one. What does that have to do with taxes? Well, the answer is it doesn't really have anything to do with taxes. What it is the Federal Reserve has this mandate where we need to hit full employment. But unfortunately for corporations, when we hit full employment, that means there's fewer people for every job opening. So that gives the power to the people seeking jobs to demand better benefit, better pay, and all these things that corporations don't want to do. When unemployment goes higher, there's more applicants per job vacancies. And that's what corporations want, so they want to get rid of a mandate saying we want everybody to work. This plan would be an absolute disaster. This would devastate the United States economy in ways that we have never seen. And this is Project 2025's plan, which of course means it is essentially the plan of the Trump administration. America's Lawyer has launched its own YouTube channel. Now, this channel, of course, is still in its early phases of development, but you can help grow it by subscribing. Just go to youtube.com/TheAmericasLawyer, and you'll get all of the great content from Mike Papantonio and myself that we produce every single week.